What is going on, everyone? Derek Hudson here, and we're going to talk about a few things that are shaking up in MLF. So, Major League Fishing just released at ICAST the BPT schedule, Bass Pro Tour. And if you haven't checked it out yet, they've got some great lakes on there. Lake Conroe, haven't had a tournament there in a little while, but last time they did, big weights. That place has got some giants in it. Harris Chain of Lakes, epic fishery. Lake Murray, wow. Lake Murray produced this year ridiculous weights at Lake Murray. I think 4-pound average was what they were getting at Lake Murray. Lake Gunnersville, iconic. Lake Chickamauga and Nickajack. That one's one that having the lock system and being able to do that, that'll be pretty cool. And then this is the one I really want to talk about. So, General Tire Heavy Hitters is coming to my home pond. Smith Mountain Lake is just 45 minutes up the road from me. And they're having it May 17th through 22nd. And then obviously after that is Kentucky Lake, which would be an epic fish. It's going in summertime, though, so I don't know how the smallmouth will play in that summertime bite. But Kentucky Lake, Potomac River, Saginaw Bay, the 5, 6, 7. But that heavy hitter on Smith Mountain Lake, that lake, last time the Bassmaster Elite Series came, it almost took 20 pounds a day to win. Skeet Reese won it, and he's in the BPT now, so he's going to be looking forward to, and he just had a win on James River. So he's going to be looking forward to coming to that tournament at Smith Mountain Lake. I'm not sure if he qualified for heavy hitters or how their qualifications work on heavy hitters, but he is going to be happy to come here because I think they had 3 Elite Series tournaments in 07, 08, and 2010 were the 3 years. And Skeet Reese, I think, top 15 in all of those events. I mean, so he felt really right at home. One was a summer tournament, one was a spawn tournament, and the tournament he won was kind of a mixed spawn, pre-spawn, post-spawn deal. But anyways, May 17th through 22nd, that is going to be an epic event. Just for the sake that, like I said, it produced that big a weight back then, but since then, they've had F1 stockings, and the local derbies are taking a lot more weight. It's producing some big fish, and it's very possible to see a 10-plus pounder come across on that heavy hitters, because the past 3 years, I know of several 8 and 9s that have came out of there, and there's eventually got to be some 10s growing, some fish growing up to be 10s. So maybe next year will be it, and the heavy hitters will produce some giant bass. May 17th through 22nd, that's an awesome time to be at Smith Mountain because you have an epic topwater bite. You have spawning bass still going on. You have it being a heavy hitters tournament. You're going to have those people that are targeting those gizzard shad eaters, brim bid eaters. You're going to have a little bit of everything going on in that tournament. So that's really, really cool to see that coming to my local area, Smith Mountain Lake, in May. But then also, Major League Fishing dropped the MLF Invitationals schedule. And they did it while they were at this last event, the Detroit River. And obviously, it's the one I'm qualified for. I ended up 72nd in points. Even though I didn't fish the last event, I still finished 72nd. So I think it's top 75, get invited back, guaranteed. But I think they, to fill it up, they trickle down from there after the Toyota invites and all that. So Pretty sure I'm getting an invite back. Looking forward to getting back in the Invitationals, getting back to those tournaments with a fresh start, new season. But let's take a look at that schedule real quick. So, oh, come on.
Are you looking for an ATV or a side-by-side at unbeatable prices? Look no further than Angler's Choice Marine, where we are having a closeout sale on all of our Tracker off-road inventory. Go to our website today at anglerschoicemarine.com and see if we have what you are looking for. Grab yourself an ATV or a side-by-side today with price cuts up to $6,000. There's never been a better time to buy at Angler's Choice Marine.
Here it is. Kissimmee Chain of Lakes in February, and they space it out, so it's monthly. February, March, April, May, June, July. It's actually every single month has a new event. Then they take off August, which is my birthday month, and then they have the championship this year. So they've added a championship this year, which is really awesome. Top 50 in points get to go there. I was sitting good enough in points. I'm pretty sure I would have made the top 50 if I had a good tournament at Detroit that I didn't fish. But last year I made the top 50 in points. So, I mean, that should be a doable goal. I should be getting better every year. So, hopefully I can make it in the top 50, no problem. But the championship, guaranteed $5,000 just to show up. But it's going back to the Mississippi River, which we fished last year, about the same time of year. So I already know what to expect there. Excited to get back there. So that's really cool. Major League Fishing Invitationals got a championship back. Thank you for that. But, so let's go down to the lakes. So February, Kissimmee Chain of Lakes. Never been there, but I have a lot of friends in Florida. I'm probably going to go before off limits and just, stay with a friend and spend some time on it and get used to traveling around. And Kissimmee, I think, has, I don't know how many lakes it has, but it's a lot of real estate to cover. And it would just be good to get down there and just look at the different vegetations and how each lake is looking as far as sprayed, not sprayed, all that stuff. So Kissimmee, never been there, but would really like to go there because it's a Florida fishery. All Florida fisheries are pretty phenomenal. They got their own set of big bass and own set of obstacles, but they are iconic fisheries. Lake Hartwell in March. Love Lake Hartwell. Been there several times for regionals and championships and just fun fishing. Lake Hartwell is just a cool lake. It's a fishery that it's just got so much history. Classics there and just a lot of big tournaments there. So it just, between all the video coverage I've seen and just having some experience there, I'm really excited about that one. Lake Hartwell in March. Smith Lake in April. Really close to the same time we've been there. I've been there twice for Toyota Series. Haven't seen Toyota Series drop their schedules yet, so I don't know if they're going back there for 2025. They may avoid it. Hopefully they go back to Dale Hollow like they did before they had Smith Lake on the schedule for the Centrals. Love Dale Hollow. That's a phenomenal fishery in itself. But Smith Lake, have history there. Love it. It's a fun fishery. Love spotted bass, and that has some amazing spotted bass in it. Caught my biggest spotted bass out of Smith Lake this year in this Toyota Series. I can't remember how much it weighed. It was 4.5. It was a tub. It was a big one. So really cool to go back there. Pickwick been there a bunch. The Toyota Series Championship we had a couple years ago, I went to Pickwick for that, and I went before the off limits and for the event. So that tournament, I got to see a lot of the lake. I saw a whole bunch of it. So Pickwick, excited about that. James River, my backyard. Richmond, it's only 2 hours away from me. So that one would be really nice just to be close to home. Have my family there. That's a commodity we don't get on the invitationals very much. So that would be really cool. James River, really looking forward to that. Then it's St. Lawrence River, and never been there. It's always on the Northerns Toyotas, and I just never have had to fish it. I thought about fishing it for this Toyota Series Championship qualification, but Santee Cooper's just so much closer. So I'm just going to save some gas, save some time traveling, and go to Santee Cooper to try to make that wild card spot for the championship. But St. Lawrence River is rounding it off in July, and then they have the championship, the new inducted championship at the Mississippi River. So really excited about seeing a BPT event right in my backyard. Definitely will be going up there and covering that. Let me double check that it's not confronting with my tournaments, because that would really suck if I'm at a invitational and the BPT is here in my backyard. That would be pretty big bummer. But let's see. So that is 17th and 22nd, May 17th and 22nd. And no, I do not have a conflict there. So no invitational bumping up against it. That's actually falling right in between the two invitationals. So that'll be cool to be able to see the BPT guys at the home pond, Smith Mountain Lake, and to be able to go to some epic fisheries this year on the invitationals. Really looking forward to this season. Really looking forward to continuing just chasing this dream to the BPT level. I really wish I was there this year so that we could go to the Smith Mountain Lake and compete against some guys on the home pond. That would be a lot of fun. But, I think it would be pretty interesting to see it from a spectator perspective. Maybe a camera boat. Hey, Major League Fishing, hit me up. But no, the schedules for Major League Fishing are looking really good. I'm really excited about them. But also, tonight, they just dropped a big bombshell for Major League Fishing that Mercury and Lowrance just renewed and signed another multi-year sponsorship deal with them. That's huge. I mean, I personally, because I am invested in the sport and this is my job, my career now, I'm excited to see these kind of press releases at all levels and organizations. Bass, NPFL, any of them. Mercury Lowrance signing contracts means they're doing good. It means they're excited about the tournament season, about the tournament trails, and it just means that at ICAST they had some good handshakes. They had some good conversations. And that's just good from the sponsor backing of our industry and our sport perspective. So, there you have it. Major League Fishing dropping a bunch of bombshells the past, 2 weeks. A lot of new schedules, great schedules. I'm excited to see all the schedules. I'm excited to watch a lot of the tournaments. tournament coverage on my side after the tournaments and on the BPT side during the tournaments. So same lot of live coverage. Looking forward to Major League Fishing in 2025. It's shaping up to be an epic, fun season all across the board. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and keep following along as we continue to chase this dream to the top of the fishing industry. And hey, depending on how schedules look, we might be fishing the opens. It would be so great if they coincided to where you could fish the opens and the invitationals. No conflicts, no on the water conflicts, none of that. Because there was a lot of guys this year that did that. They fished the invitationals, they fished the opens, trying to double dip on getting a qualification to the top level. And that would be awesome. It'd be amazing to be able to do that. So we'll keep a lookout for that schedule. Hopefully that'll post here in the next 2 or 3 months as they wrap up their season. But thank you all. Hit that like and subscribe and continue to follow along. God bless you.